If I could have everybody's attention just for a quick moment. Some of the new members that we have are not familiar with Pam Knight, who was the DCFS worker who was brutally beaten and killed while protecting one of our vulnerable children. You are maybe more familiar with Deidre Silas, who was just recently brutally murdered, also checking on our most vulnerable at March 31st. After this happened, the governor stated that he was going to support the bill that has been in our House. We filed a bill 26 of 2018. That bill was made an example of when things weren't so great between all of us. Do not pass on 4/12. We filed that bill on 2/6 and she died on 2/8 after being in a coma. Then in April of 2019, we had it again in the House. And thank you to Chair Slaughter and members of the Judicial Criminal Committee. And many in this House voted unanimously to pass that bill. However, the Senate didn't have the courage that we did. This year, it's different. Here it is again. Another DCFS worker has been brutally killed. We have not one, not two, three bills. Three bills. We finally get one passed in the House, and here it is tonight, released from rules that we could call this bill. And it's not going to be called. We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. I just want to read this as the governor quoted. Our DCFS workers dedicate their careers to our most vulnerable children, lying in pursuit of the belief that every child should have a safe place to call home. These professionals do everything in their power to protect children, so it's time for the legal system to treat them like the first responders they are. I'm working with the General Assembly to enhance the penalties for adults who harm DCFS workers to align with the protections for other first responders. In honor of Diedre Silas, in honor of Pam Knight, in honor of all of our DCFS employees, and in honor of all who live in service to others. What a disservice that the governor in this House has done, again, to Pam Knight and her family, and now most recently to Diedre Silas. Whoever's in charge of calling this, and I'm going to have to say it's the governor, should be ashamed of himself. Because I know the folks in this House have stood behind Pam and would certainly stand behind Deidre. We always sit here and talk about DCFS and the system and the agencies and defending our most vulnerable. We have two women who've been killed doing just that. And here we go, disgracing them, their memories, and their families.